Hey, Johanna. Hi, April. I got on gloves. I'm filming, y'all, so excuse me. But I am at my office and I came here to actually film another press on nail tutorial for you guys. Yes, I know, Johanna, I don't think we've ever gotten a chance to speak live. Hi, Mayona. um, I am filming, so if you guys see my gloves, that is why. I am doing another press-on nail tutorial for you guys, and I'm actually playing around with some designs too. Uh, I am playing around with some designs. Oh, thank you. Is that Safio or Safio, I believe. Um, I was playing with my little Poochie's finger as well. I've been soaking and stuff in acetone, so I had to have gloves on playing around with that. But I also figured since I'm here, why not go ahead and jump on live and talk to you guys while I had a break. Now, you might hear a lot of noise and stuff because they are doing construction, so if you hear that, just ignore it. But yeah, I know I had did another video earlier, but I don't know how. Hi, Gabriella. Let me take these gloves off. I feel like a weirdo. Hey, Ginger, how are you? Oh my goodness, I am like so overdue with catching up on a lot of you guys. Did you? Oh my goodness, congratulations. Wow, that went by so fast. um, I have a lot of you ladies that I need to catch up on as far as videos, but you're welcome, beautiful. I am so happy for you. It is very exciting. um, I have a lot of videos to catch up on. You guys know we got hit with some weather, and then the past couple days we got hit with ice. My foot is messed up. I can barely walk. So I literally have to, before I get out of bed, do a couple stretches. I've been trying to ice and do a couple other things, but I think this is something that I'm going to unfortunately have for a while. It's called I feel like I butcher this name every time. Plantar fasciitis or fasciitis, whatever it is, it hurts. It's like very excruciating pain when I walk. My husband had it. Obviously, he stands on his feet all day long. Yes, it is. So right now, it's like throbbing, and I'm trying to just like do stuff and not pay attention to it. It is very hard for me to sit still. So I think that's another issue. But my husband has it. If you stand on your feet a lot, if you yes, ouch is, let me tell y'all something. I had to get up in the middle of the night yesterday, and I think that's the hardest time. Early in the morning is when it really hurts. Like though that first step down in the morning is when it really hurts, and in the middle of the night. So anytime I have my feet up for a while, I cannot wear like slippers or anything like that. I have to literally wear sneakers even if I'm just walking around the house, because if not, I don't have the compression that I need in order to walk, and it's my driving foot on top of that. So that doesn't help. But it actually didn't bother me that much to drive. It's just walking is like every step I have to think about. So yeah, that's aggravating. I don't like it, but it's just one of those things. Hi, Shari. Or Sherry, I hope I'm saying it right. One of those things I'm dealing with. I don't know if any of you have ever had it, but my husband did, and it took him a while to get it situated. But I did, okay, I am definitely going to have to, let me tell you something. I thought about going to go get like a massage, but just the thought of someone pressing on it makes me like want to cry. Because it hurts. But I'm definitely going to have to do that. What I've been doing is using I was doing like foot soaks Um, and you did. Oh, see, you're not helping me. But it was worth it. Okay, so it was worth it. All right. I know they can do like shots in a foot, and I am not a needle person. Even though I do have a tattoo, I was just young and wanted the tattoo so bad. I still don't know how I convinced myself to get one, but that was the only one I had. Even though I've had piercings, I don't know. I'm just weird when it comes to certain things like that. But if you guys ever had it, you know how much it hurts. You know every step is like a thought process. So I have been soaking it. Ice does help, but my husband gave me one of the tennis balls that he had that he used on his foot, and today has actually been one of the better days with it. So I think the tennis ball has been helping to kind of like break that up. But I am going to follow your advice and probably go get like a deep tissue massage. My husband actually is scheduled to go get one for himself, so I might have to do that because I cannot have this messing up. I have things to do. But I didn't do a formal YouTube video of far as like saying Happy New Year to everyone. My last live video was some kind of way. I don't know what I did. Thank you, Joy. Happy New Year, hun. I didn't have a chance to come on and like really talk to a lot of you. I've been more focused on like doing the Instagram since I was home because of the weather, and now I'm definitely trying to get back in the swing of things with my videos. I've been able to keep up on all of the orders. Thank God. You guys know that is first and foremost right now. But I am just like in a really good place. But I will say this new year is definitely starting off where I am having to practice some patience and pace myself, because we're just like getting slammed with a lot of things, but that's just what it is, life. So I definitely wanted to see how you all were doing. You guys know I don't really do New Year's resolutions. Last year I felt like I focused a lot on just being very. Oh my goodness, here we go, guys. We have someone else attending nail school. Congratulations, dear. I hope you enjoy your journey. If you can, check out Gels and Gems Nails. She actually just graduated. Hold on, I missed a comment. She just graduated, so if you want to check her channel out, she's someone that can give you some current like tips and things on nail school, even though everyone's experience is going to be different because depending on what state you have. Yeah, that's very true. If you guys are, I am very excited for anyone starting a new journey. This is definitely the time to start a lot of things, especially in the new year, when everyone is just like really rejuvenated. And I said I was going to take these gloves off, but I still haven't taken them off. Yes, starting off on the wrong foot, literally, April. Shoot. So, if you guys are starting anything new, I'm really excited for you. Just keep the end goal in mind as to what it is that you want to do. Everything comes with trials and tribulations. It is what it is. So I try my best to just have a positive outlook on everything if I can. Sometimes it gets trying, but I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I do more like just a continuation of whatever the following year was. So I will say like ending 2017, I had an awesome year last year. You guys know I had the first office and I switched to the second one. And a lot of things that I had been working on for so long finally got like finalized in 2017. So I would definitely say ending 2017, I was kind of sad to see it go, but I'm really excited for 2018 only because I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish this year. I am really working on trying to expand the gel line. I know I got a couple people asking whether or not I will be doing nail polish. It's Put it like this, my line, I would eventually love to have everything if possible, but it's not one of those things that's going to happen overnight. It's not one of those things that even by the end of the year I can say, yeah, I'll have all of this stuff. um April says she doesn't do resolutions because then she can be surprised by what she does. Look, that's another way of looking at it too. Shoot, whatever gets you through. But yes, Johanna, you know I am like very much so a gel girl. So I've gotten a couple people ask me, and I definitely understand it. But right now, the gel line is nowhere near completed. I attended in New Jersey. What was the name of the school I went to? PB Beauty School, and I kind of enjoyed it, but I didn't. I think there's a lot that they can improve on with most cosmetology schools. If you're in a cosmetology school and you have to go, oh, April, it's a learning curve, I guess you could say, but hopefully you'll learn to love gels as much as I do and a couple other ladies. I am like a gel fanatic. I get so excited over it. Oh, before I jump, because you guys know with the live videos, bouncing back and forth is definitely one of those things I tend to do. But if for the school that I attended, I felt like because it's a cosmetology school, they were definitely more focused on a cos side when I went there. And then it was a group actually right before us. They came in and got their nails done by us, and that group pretty much complained about the course. And I would say it wasn't, you know, when you tour the school, they tell you it's one thing. I would say I definitely didn't get all that they said that they would. It definitely wasn't the better experience. It was a lot of things I would have changed. And to be perfectly honest, by the time I ended it, I was like really stressed out, was still trying to have a positive outlook. But I was so glad to be done with that course. But I already have videos on that. There's other ladies who either just graduated or are now attending different cosmetology or nail programs. So if you need the inspiration, I don't really have an opinion about online courses for becoming a nail tech. It wasn't an option for me. I feel like if it is an option for you where you can take it, I don't see why not. So long as you can get the hands-on experience, because with nails, with hair, with makeup, I'm having people ask me why I don't do gel because they hate the smell of acrylic. I'm not a fan of acrylic, and I actually suffer from migraines. So, hi, Lady Raiden. Yes, get dinner started. Thank you for stopping in. I love acrylics, but I'm more like I love polymers, so I like dip powder methods. And save me a plate. I wish we had smell-o-vision. I like acrylic, but I have to use it very sparingly. I think maybe something must have happened when we were in school. Maybe we used it too much. I don't know, but I've never suffered from migraines that severe except when I attended school. So now I try to stay away from it as much as possible, except if I'm doing like little 3D nail arts. But I'm like gel all the way. You guys know I love a gel-based dip powder system. So that's what my favorite is. And as far as, let me jump back to the other thing. As far as an online course, I mean, if you can get accredited through that, I don't see what would be wrong with it. I'm not about knocking people's choices as to how they learn what they learn, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I say jump in and do whatever it is that you can and whatever is offered to you. I just did, it wasn't an option for me to take a online course. Personally, for me, it was best to just get out of the house. I like to go somewhere so that I can be focused. That's one of the reasons why I changed YouTube from being at home to being an actual place where I go to work. Because even with YouTube, I feel like a lot of people don't think that it's work, and it actually is. Hi, Anita. No, you didn't miss much at all. Yes, I'll definitely, Gabriella, you know, I got y'all. I'm definitely doing more videos on the dip powder method. I like it. I get a lot of flack. You guys will be surprised about a lot of the comments that don't make the light of day, because I really just don't feel like arguing with people about why I like press on nails or why I like dip powder nails. most of my videos are geared towards beginners anyway, so I would say yes, I will continue to do them. Hi Evelyn. Geared towards beginners. I try to be very detailed in my videos and try to keep them very basic so that if you're a beginner jumping in, you know, the best that you can do. Johanna, girl, I really just don't understand it. And you would be surprised because it's not always just random people. Sometimes it's other YouTubers as well. And I'm just like, why are you on my channel minding my business, worried about what I'm doing? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. But if you guys are on YouTube, yeah, hello. It just comes with the territory. But some of the stuff that people say, it just cracks me up. But the way I see it, I'm on YouTube, I show my face. I'm not gonna go on anyone else's channel popping trash to them because it's really just not that serious. Like, it's not that serious. I'm not popping off over no nails or anything on YouTube. I personally think that sometimes we can be a bit bougie over things. I feel like if we're all wearing extensions, none of it is our nails. Whether you wear acrylics, love your acrylics. Don't let people knock you for it. If you like gels, press-ons, I don't care what it is that you like, so long as it's safe for your nail bed and you're not going to get a fungus. I've been catching a lot of flack for these nail tutorial, like these press on nails. I just don't understand it. I'm starting to think it's just because it's me doing it, but it's really not that deep. It ain't, y'all see, it ain't stopping this party over here. I feel like there's enough pros out there, and I really just like to teach the everyday woman, you know, the enthusiast, something simple that they can do so that you're not a slave to the salon. Another thing I've been getting a lot of questions about is trying to find a good nail tech. Unfortunately, exactly, Colleen. I couldn't agree anymore. Yeah, isn't it crazy, Johanna? It's just like, oh, because I'm, you know, I'm me. I would never show that, or I would never do that. And it's like, girlfriend, you don't really know much about me, so just like go ahead with that bull. Y'all see my face. Y'all know who's talking directly to you. I don't hide behind a camera. I don't act like I'm a know-it-all. I don't do any of that. It's just, it's not that serious, and I'm really getting sick and tired of the bull. But y'all know I'll disappear in a minute, because social media is just one of those things that it gets to be a bit much, with everyone feeling like everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't feel like we all need to agree on everything, but we should be able to respectfully disagree on things. And I know I'm missing some comments, but I'm gonna scroll back through them and get to them. But when we start getting to a point where females, males, dogs, cats, whatever it is, when we're really sitting here arguing over artificial nails, to me, I think that's just a bit simple. And it just doesn't make any sense. I don't care whether you're licensed. I don't care if you're published. I don't really care what you are. Stay out my comments and stay out of my email, trying to tell me what to do, period. Like, it's just not that serious. I gotta deal with enough in my everyday life running an actual business, let alone to get on YouTube, you know, where I just want to share my stuff. I'm very respectful to everybody on YouTube, but I feel like in 2018, like, I am just not with the shits. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it like that. I'm not with it. I'm not going to be with it. I try to be as helpful and inspiring to as many people, and I try to really just honestly focus on the people who are there for me, who, you know, if you roll with me, I roll with you. This is my own little corner of the world. This is me. This is my stuff. This ain't Diva Doll Flawless. This isn't Diva Doll Flawless and Company. This is me. This is it. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing more. And I really don't want, I get a lot of people who are like, they want to start YouTube, but they can't really deal with the negative comments. It's going to come with the territory. It is what it is. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let other people deter you from the things that y'all want to do. If you want to start a YouTube channel, simply start it. Exactly, Colleen. Yes. And I love y'all too, Johanna. You know you my road dog girl. um, it's one of those things where I feel like, honestly, and I get a lot of people ask me about the makeup tutorials, and I am going to start doing them, but I'm going to do everything the way that I want to do it. Nothing bothers me more than someone saying, oh, such and such did this, you should do that. I would just rather let such and such do them and me do me. I think for me, I have a low tolerance for when people want me to be like what other people are doing or follow what everyone else is doing, because I'm a twin and I've gotten that all my life. So I had like this much patience for people coming to me and telling me to do what other people do. I don't want to do what other people do. I'm not a follower. I am a Gemini, and I can be very, I'm just my own person. I like to be my own person. I don't like to follow what everyone else does. So I was having a conversation with my husband, and, I was just telling him, like, it's a lot of things on YouTube that just really irritates me. I try not to be the negative Nancy and coming on here and complaining. I really just want to help inspire everybody else. I feel like there's not enough people out there. Girl, we a mess. I feel like it's not enough people out there who are willing to just help and inspire other people and be supportive of other people. I feel like it's a whole lot of cattiness and, oh, Lord, Johanna, hubby. All right, all these spouses that are Geminis, what is the opposite spouse? See, my husband is a Scorpio. And I think we're good at balancing each other out. He's like the yin to my yang, I could say. So when I'm like flipping out, he's definitely the calm. I'm definitely the more oh, you're a Cancer. My daughter's a Cancer. Oh yeah. Y'all good people. Except my daughter is like hypersensitive. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I know any Libras. I have to think. Your house is not all crafty. I'm gonna pray for you. She said her whole house is nothing but Geminis. I'm a piece of work. So woo! I'm literally Gemini, the twin, and then one of my other brothers. Oh, Johanna. My daughter, oh my God, and my niece is also a Cancer. Y'all are some of the sweetest people, but it's kind of like one of those, y'all real sweet, but I wouldn't mess with you. Because you bound to flip out at some point. But my niece and my daughter, they're like so sweet. But my daughter, Giselle, she is so sensitive. I'm just like, what is going on with her? But then I'll catch her at times and I'm just like, So yeah, I think there's only enough room in my house for one Gemini. Thank the Lord for that. Because my mind, I am so mentally tired some days that I am just like, I'm on to the next thing before I finish something else. And it's a constant, I feel like it's a creative mindset, but it's a busy mindset. And I feel like at night, I am such a night owl. That's when I'm up. That's when I'm like inspired. That's when I want to do things. And I feel like sometimes I mentally wear myself out because I'm doing so much, wanting to do so much. And but the one thing I will say, I don't make resolutions, but I do want to do a lot more of is definitely these kind of videos, these sit down videos, these just, I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna hop on live and just talk to my girls so I can just have a conversation with you guys, because I feel like maybe it's not enough of that YouTube viewer connection going on. And I don't want to always just come on here and just talk about nails and makeup. Sometimes I just want to feel like I'm on here talking to a whole bunch of girlfriends or guy friends that are on here. And I've always looked at you guys. That's true, April. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's try to stay young then, John. I'm going to keep that in mind. Oh, thank you, Colleen. So that's the one thing I definitely said. That's why I was in here and I was filming, and I was just saying that I'm just saying I said, let me just jump on live real quick and just see if anyone happens to come on. But yeah, I know a lot of y'all be thinking YouTube is easy peasy. No, jail. I said jail. Ginger, do it. Just hop on and just talk. To me, I feel like it's no different than well, how did I lose my train of thought? What the heck was I saying? It's no different than just us filming. At first, when they were talking about the live videos, I was so petrified of that, but I do like it because um, YouTube to me is a mental job. It's one of those things where you're never using your mouth to physically talk. Hi, Marissa. Thank you so much. I love you more, gorgeous. I feel like it's a mental job, it's a mental thing. You see a whole bunch of screenings and you get used to the ones that are constantly commenting, but it's definitely like when I get off my live videos, I feel so much more connected to you guys, and that's why I like doing them. It doesn't have to be so formal. If I don't want to wear, I can just come on and talk to you guys. I do try to keep as much privacy as possible on here, and sometimes I think that that can create a boundary too when you're trying to connect with your viewers who are here for you. So I do think that, Ginger, if you can try to do the live videos, and even if you just do one, keep yourself in like one area. Hey, Kay. Keep yourself in one area where you can talk and just see how it goes. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I was just like, live videos, ooh. But I love them now. I really do. I like being able to have you guys see me exactly what I've been. Oh, thank you, Queen. I love me a good press on. Builder gel. Yes, I am. I will be doing a video using the builder polishes. This is what they're speaking of, the builder polish, which is basically a thicker gel. I've been wearing them as overlays over my nail. You can use them with the tip, but I will be showing you guys how to do that. There's a lot of videos I need to get done. Because when I do these videos, I'm also using them as the video library for the website as well. So that if someone isn't watching my YouTube channel and they just so happen to come across my website, or they were referred from someone else, certain things, especially swatches, it's hard to see a swatch, like a realistic swatch, via a computer. So that's why I like to do the regular. I do 3 on my regular nails, just as an overlay. I do about 3 coats, and sometimes, yeah, 3. And I would say only because I end up doing like a buffing layer, and then I'll just put the gel polish on top if I'm gonna do a color. What else have I use the clear. I have been adhering stones with it, but it's one of those. I would still recommend resin, but you can use the builder gel to adhere stones. You just have to be very careful with how you seal around the stones, and they won't go anywhere. But it's one of those things, I feel like that, like, when I was doing my press on nails, I'm like, these are products that I need to have. These are things that I know is coming, but I can't show it in a video because though I have it, you guys won't have it yet. So the builder polishes were something that I wanted for the simple reason that when I do press on nails, you guys know I like to put a hard gel on the nail to prevent the nail from like flexing too much, but also will still have a like a natural feel to them, and they're just a little bit harder, because sometimes depending on, like, if you just paint your press on nails, they'll flex depending on the quality of the nail. So that's why I've just been accustomed to either doing builder gel. You can also do a thin layer of acrylic, but on my natural nails I do like 3 thin layers, buff it out, make sure the base is, I use that as my base, and then I put my gel polishes on, and it literally soaks off. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, then you know I posted it. No, I won't be doing my own salon. We have a barber shop. We actually do own a barber shop. So right now, that's not something I want to do. If I open up a brick and mortar sort of business, it's going to be a actual, like, a nail store, which would include like my products, if I become a distributor for other products, which is another thing that I've been thinking about doing, adding other products to my website, because initially that's what I've been wanting for years, is just my own nail supply. But I cannot do clients, I can't take on customers, because we do physically own an actual barber shop. So that in itself is like it requires a lot of work, and we're not managing it, we actually own it, and my husband works as a barber within our barbershop, so to have two salons would be out of the question. But that is a great question. Thank you, Johanna. So yeah, I would love to be able to move divadollflawless.com to a physical retail store. But a lot of what I do is online. So that's why I wanted to have like an online store. I've been wanting to find a way to use up all the builder gel I own, and hold on, I'm going to. Yay! Congratulations, Colleen. You'll love it. Yeah, I know, Johanna. I need to take a trip. I need to come see you next. Hold on, guys. These comments are like flying up. Let's see what we got. What we got. Yes, I love putting builder gel on top of the press-ons. Plus, honestly, I feel like press-ons are one of those things where if you have a design in your head, you don't have to take 3 hours to build your nail up, get your foundation and stuff properly. You can go ahead and do that design right then and there. See, for me, I literally will have a design in my head. I want to do it. Yes. I'm telling you, Johanna, I am going to have to get my butt down there. It's a couple of you in California, but me and you are overdue. Like, you saw I went to Texas last year, so maybe Cali this year is what I'm going to need to do. But I would love to get down there. We would do so much damage together. I would have to just bring an empty suitcase. Acrylic, struggling with nail forms, but builder gel is better. Yeah, I feel like, look, this is my thing. You're either going to be really good at acrylics or you're going to do really good at gels. I find that everyone falls into their own thing. It's just like when you go to cosmetology school, a lot of people go for hair, and then you'll be like me and you'll fall into makeup. So it's one of those things that you're just going to lean towards what you lean towards. Personally, I love acrylic. I do like the look of it. I like the powders. I like buying acrylic powders. I like making powders. April said, what influences me to create my designs, and how do I decide on what I want to do? Everything honestly inspires me. I might be scrolling through Pinterest and see like a color scheme, and I automatically think nails or makeup. And that's literally how it works. If I see a picture, I might say, oh my goodness, that would look so cute on nails. That will inspire me. Really, it's just a lot of different things. So like right now, even with these lights and stuff, if I was to think of a nail design, most likely I would think of like a lace design and then putting stones on it. The stones would be the lights, and then the sheer curtain would be the lace. Literally, that's how my mindset thinks. So with nail art is one of those things, if you don't do a lot of it, you will learn how to start just thinking with nail art. But with nail art is one of those things you kind of just have to jump right into it, and don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid, because we all got to start from somewhere. That's the way I see it. But that is how I get my inspiration for a lot of nail looks. April, what you can do is, I would say, start getting, if not press on nails, then you can get like these little nail swatches. Get things like that. Another thing that sometimes I do, I'll sit down and like sketch out a design. I'll do like a rough draft of a design and just simply just write it out. But to be honest, I'll be so hell-bent on a design, and I'm like, I want to do that so bad. And then I'll do it. Once it's on my hands, I'm over it. Like the nail tech that I used to go to, when I would go to her, I loved designs, but I would never get them on my nails because to me, I will do all of that work and I'm over it. As soon as it's done, I get so bored. It's not even funny. At one point, I was literally doing my nails every 3 days to every week. One, that's just not even healthy to be messing with your nail plate that often. And then the constant soaking off and putting on, soaking off and putting on. I just don't want to do that. I would rather put a nail guard on my hand, make a set of press-on nails, do the nails, and that's it. And truth be told, a lot of people who complain so much about the press-on nails, though you know how to do acrylics and though you know how to do gel, press-on nails is an art form in itself because you have to make that nail look like was built on top of your nail and not a piece of plastic that's just sitting on your nail. So that's why I would say, if to be honest, if you're going to change your nails, you want to change them every 2 weeks, but you don't want to be messing with the foundation. So if you like to change your design a lot, then another thing that you could do is just like gel nails or nail polish on top of your builder gel or your acrylic base. You can do your designs as much as you want, just file them off, but then that constant filing, whether it's an e-file or a hand file, that can become a lot of work on your hand as well. No, keep the questions coming. But that's just for me. I personally don't feel comfortable with changing my nails up as much as I like to change them. I might just see some red stiletto nails and it's like, now I'm fiending for some red stiletto nails. I'll get them on and now I want some nude coffins. So that's why I say, for me, especially if you're on YouTube, technically you're not speaking to a whole bunch of professionals. Most professionals should be in their salons or wherever establishment they're on. Colleen, that is actually perfect. Get you one of those plastic practice hands or the press-on nails you can practice on. And just do it. You do want to practice on yourself, but the only downfall with practicing on yourself is you're going to have to make mistakes. And growing out those mistakes is hard because your nails can take a beating. So definitely use the nail trainer. And a lot of people want me to do designs on my own nails. That's not going to happen because in order for me to keep up with my videos and stuff, sometimes I might sit here and film 2 of those press-on nail videos back to back. There's no way I'm going to sit here and put that on my nails. I would ruin my nails. Just got my hand for my hubby for Christmas. Awesome. But used to get them done and decided they weren't good for my nails. Now I use press-on nails and nail guards. All right. My son was done with his infusion treatment. Will be leaving soon. Oh, thank you for tuning in, Johanna. Love you, girl. And big hugs to your son and to you all. Be careful going home. And I'll probably email you later. So yeah, with the press-on nails, agreed. Now, another thing is, I know a lot of people say that they get damaged from extensions. It's not particularly the extension itself. It's the person that's applying them, whether it's us or paying someone. I have had MMA on my nails before. It is a true B trying to grow that damage out. It hurts. It is this. It's a killer. Trying to know how to keep the tips on. With Evelyn, what kind of nail trainer do you have? Is it one of the hard plastic ones? Like my little trainer hand is all the way across the room. If it's one of those, what I do is I take the plastic and I rough up the nail, and then I glue the nails on. And then what you can do, once you get those nails on your nail trainer, get like a peel off base coat and just put the acrylics on top of them. Exactly. They are when they're, most of the damage is when they're either put on wrong or removed wrong. Looks like a puff, but guess a hard one. Okay, so yeah, that's what I would do to keep my nails on. I would rough up the surface. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. The plastic ones, they're these ones, right? With the, hold on, give me 1 second. They're the ones that the nails pop inside the hole, right? What I had to do is I would have to, MMA is basically, it's an ingredient in acrylics that is illegal to use. Acrylics are supposed to be something that you can get put on your nail and you can soak it off. MMA will not allow you to soak it off. It's more like what people basically use to build dentures for your mouth. You know how hard that is. That's not something that should be on your nails. So that's basically, when you hear MMA, it's an ingredient inside of the liquid for acrylics. So that's what the scariest part about it is that a lot of people to this day, pretty much I can guarantee most people now have MMA on their nails and just don't know it until you go to a nail tech that will school you on it. You will never know. You'll know that it's MMA because when you get your acrylics taken off of your nail, acrylic should flake off. Like literally it should flake off. What it shouldn't do is stick. So sometimes when people get their acrylic taken off, it literally sticks to itself. That is hands down MMA. But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people aren't schooled in that. And if you don't go to school, then you won't know about that. The good thing I will say is a lot of nail techs are now on Instagram. A lot of people will preach on it and they will show you what MMA looks like. I personally don't have any liquid that contains that to do a video on it, and I'm not willing to buy it to show you guys because it's a health risk. That stuff stinks. I've had it on me before and it literally smells like fish. But if you go to a nail salon that uses it and they're never taking your acrylics off, first and foremost, when you get your acrylics off, they should be able to hand file it down, or even if they use an e-file, they should be able to file it down and completely soak it off. If they're taking I believe it can contain MMA. Most of the time, if it has like a fruity scent or something like that, it definitely does have it. I have Me and Secret acrylics, but I don't have their monomer. That I don't have. I've always gotten acrylics done, and once I started understanding why a lot of people would take a nail tip, some of them can contain it. That's what I was speaking on. Some of them can contain MMA. It's one of those things you have to read the ingredients on there. But what you need to do after this video, or even while you're doing this video, Google MMA. That long word that you see pop up, I would screenshot that and just keep that in mind. EMA is what basically one is methyl, the other one is ethyl. So EMA is what you'll hear a lot of people say. That's what you should use. That's what they should have. If you're a consumer, you're not going to know anything about that. You're honestly not going to understand it. So I try to teach people what to actually look for when you're getting acrylics taken off. So basically, if you're home and you go to soak your acrylics off, the first sign of it is your house will smell completely like a fish market. That's first and foremost. Second of all, it does not take 15 minutes to soak off. It doesn't take 20 minutes or 30. It literally can take like an hour to 2 hours to get that mess off your nails, if you can even soak it off. Another thing is your nails will feel very, very thin and the nail bed will hurt. Most of the time, that's how you know that you have it on your nails in the first place, because they'll rough up the nail bed really bad. And I know, because like I said, this used to happen to me years ago, and once I started getting educated on it, I'm like, hey, Exotica's Empire, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe all of the sets that I used to have, they used to have it. Now, as far as chop shops go, the one misconception I believe is out there is that most people assume chop shops are Asian only owned, and I think that's a ignorant statement to make, because a chop shop can be any shop that's doing something illegal to your nails. A barbershop can be a chop shop. So I dislike anyone who gets into a professional business and is willing to put people's health at risk, because that's what I see a chop shop as. A chop shop is a shop who is willing to put your nails at risk, your health at risk, because that is what they're doing. They're putting your health at risk just to make a buck. And the easiest and the most common form of doing that is with the liquid that they use with acrylics. So for me, I don't really, I don't want to say I don't allow, but I dislike my family members going to the salon to get their nails done when it comes to acrylic. But I do try not to be the preacher because I can't do everyone's nails. But I do try to make them aware of it, specifically my mother-in-law. I try to tell her those things because I know she's the one that gets the acrylic done the most. And it really worries me to know what they're getting done. I know my sister and I, when we go to the nail salon, see, the thing that I don't like right now, why I don't go to the salon, unless I can go to the one specific person that used to do my nails all the time, I would never visit another salon again. And the reason being is because I just simply don't trust people. And then you do have salons out there who are doing what they need to do, but it's very hard to find them. In New Jersey, there are some, but you have to be knowledgeable and you need to know what to look for. No matter what area you're in, that's pretty much what's going to come down to. You need to know what to look for. Don't be scared to ask questions. But to be honest, if you do find a true professional, just please try not to give them hell when you're getting your nails and stuff done, because I find that it's one of those things where a lot of people are willing to educate on things, but when you do find a true professional, I've watched it happen. I've seen it happen. I see how people can act up in the nail salon. And I'm just like, dude, it's really not like that serious to be acting like that. I just want to come and relax. And the last thing I want is another person messing up my enjoyment and my service. So nails, unfortunately, it's scared to say, that's what I want to become when I open up my own shop. And you can definitely do it, Colleen. I feel like there's room for everyone. I feel like there's a market for everyone. If you want clients with long nails, if you're into designs, be into designs. If you're into just doing gels, there's gel techs. There are some techs who will never ever use acrylic. That's just their thing. I don't go because I feel like most of the time they don't. Let me tell you something. I've literally sat in the chair with my sister and she's said, I just want a manicure, and I'll see her getting frustrated because though she says she just want a manicure, they're literally sitting there trying to convince her, and it's like, oh, you don't want to get gel? Why don't you want to get gel? And it's like, because she doesn't want gel. She simply just wants to come in and just get the salon, the service that she requested. So I know a lot of people who, they do get frustrated with that. It's just like, why don't you, they get people who complain that they're bored because they don't just want to do their plain nails, or they just don't want short nails. And it's just like, the salon experience, the beauty industry in itself can be very frustrating at times, because you get professionals wanting to tell you how they want to do your nails that you're paying for. You get a lot of them that complain they don't want people getting short nails. Short nails are too basic for them, and this and that. But at the end of the day, I just feel like if you got bills to pay, I would rather have a steady client who's going to come, who's going to get that. That does gel nails and then the rest does acrylic. That's probably because she's the only one in that salon that's skilled in gel, so everyone else does it. But I would still be mindful of those who are not. Yes, it's nothing like having someone doing your nails and they don't listen. So most times, most professionals, like when I went to Texas and got my nails done, that was one of the best experiences I had, because I knew that the person I went down there to get my nails done, I could trust her. It was a private suite, and it was enjoyment. It was exciting. It was fun. We had fun. You guys know I had vlogged when I was down there. But I know a lot of people, I feel that there's a formula to this business. It is a formula to the business. the best part about it is when you can just find a professional person who really cares about what they do, and it doesn't eventually just come down to how much they can upsell you on. I mean, everyone has to pay their bills. Look, I speak from experience with us owning a shop, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize that if your customer service skills are on point, you will have people be so loyal to you. You could be the best makeup artist, nail tech, barber out there, but if you got a nasty attitude, or if you're constantly telling your clients how you're tired of them only wanting to get a certain thing, eventually they'll just go to someone else and give their money to someone else. I feel like you should be able to have a good balance of, your people who want the designs, the people who don't want designs, the people who just want to come and relax. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I feel like, get into the industry and they're like, I want to come in because I want to be different. I want to give my clients something different. And most people do give that, but then a lot of people get into it, they get the money, and then at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, is just the money. And as being a client, you got to be willing to speak up for yourself. I don't feel like you got to be rude and nasty to people. To gain clients coming out of school, I'm not going to speak on being a nail tech, because I didn't want to do clients when I got out of school. I actually wanted to do exactly what I'm doing now, which is on my own product line and run a store. But I can tell you, when I was doing makeup, word of mouth, and you really have to just, it takes time to gain clients. The first thing you can do is, if you have your own, if you can, open up an Instagram or some form of social media, because when people meet you, and if you're out and about, try to keep your nails done as much as you can if you really do want to take clients. I feel like, for me, I do my nails a lot, and then a lot of people are like, oh my god, do you have a card? And I'm like, sorry, I don't take clients, but I have a YouTube channel and you can learn how to do it yourself. But you got to keep your own nails done, because you're going to be your own advertisement. Keep a business card on you. And then, hi Lady M. Thank you so much. And do that. Now, another thing I used to do was, I would do like my mom's makeup. You got that right, April. That's happened to me before as well. I don't want to go and have to counsel you. It should be the other way around. I should be paying, so maybe you could be my counselor, but I surely don't want to hear all that while I'm getting my nails done, because now I'm getting my nails done and I'm wore out and I didn't enjoy my experience. But yeah, back to how to get clients right fresh out of school. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. You have to be willing to accept that it's one of those things that's going to take time. Building a book takes a very, very long time. I kind of wish my husband was here now, because though we run a barbershop, we both could tell you what it's like to actually take clients on. And my husband is in very high demand. And I feel like when you get out of school, though you do want to build up a book, it's one of those things that takes its time. But when every single client that you get, take your time doing their nails, do the best that you can, because you want them to come back to you, and you also want them to refer you to someone else. Word of mouth, even with all this social media, word of mouth is still the biggest way to gain clients. But do open up a social media, do have a business card. If you can, get you some t-shirts made, even if it's you making a t-shirt, something that has your logo on it. Keep your nails done. If you want to take clients, if you want to have a client, most of the people you'll find is someone who saw your nails. I don't know how many times I was getting me some coffee at good old Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, and someone's like, oh my god, literally, and will grab my hand through the drive-thru like, oh my god, your nails look so nice. You are your biggest form of advertisement. So keep your nails done all the time, because those are the type of clients that you'll find, and you'll be able to advertise yourself. Now, outside of that, outside of the business cards, outside of anything else, when you come fresh out of school, you are not going to be able to have super high prices. You're going to probably have to have your prices set lower. I don't know what your market is, but that's something you're going to have to do research on and find out what that market is. Yeah, girl, ain't that a good feeling? You got to figure out what that market is. You're not going to be able to charge top dollar coming out of school for nails. You are going to have to do a lot of free work, I guess you could say. If you can grab someone who can be your model, just do that. Get someone who's willing to be your hand model, do their nails, take pictures of it, and that hand model, they might be out and someone might see their nails and do it. But I'm gonna tell you now, building your Yep, that's true. She said that you can place business cards around in high busy areas like the mail and grocery stores and barbershops as well, if you can, because a lot of moms, they go to the barbershop, they take their children, or you might be a mom like me who gets your haircut. See if a barbershop is willing to have your business cards in their business as well. Now, another nail salon ain't gonna be willing to do that, but maybe even a hair salon. The best thing you can do is ask. It can't hurt to ask. Just go there and see whether or not those ones are there. But definitely, like she said, the grocery store is a good place. All of those places that will allow you to advertise your business. And what else? Oh, beauty supply stores. If you can go there, speak to them, let them know like, hey, do you mind if I leave a couple of my cards here? And when you do your business cards, you should have an example of your nails on there, because you might be Mimi does it good, but they don't know what Mimi does. So you need to have what your business does. Even though Diva Doll Flawless, even though technically Diva Doll Flawless isn't it, but most people assume is beauty related, and it gets them curious to figure out what it is, and they'll research it and look it up. So, but if you were to have nails on your business card, most people can look at that card, immediately know what it is, and they'll be interested in it, and then they can do it. You don't really want to have people have to work too hard to find out what you are, what you do, especially when you're first starting out, because you don't have a name or a brand that's out there yet that people know of. So I hope that explains it. I know I feel like the hardest part about live videos is when I am trying to answer a lot of things at the same time, or someone might jump in and make a good point, and then I jump on that too and agree with them, and I'm like trying to have like a million conversations all at once. That is the hardest part, I would say, about live. But again, like, I love it. I just feel like I'm in a room talking to a whole bunch of girlfriends or guy friends, and I've been getting my nails done, trying to decide between Casino Spiral Hair and Nail Salon. I live in Memphis. Yeah, just do what feels right to you. Another thing you can do is think about, how can I explain it? Like, okay, this is how I came up with Diva Doll Flawless. Diva Doll came from my daughters, or my first daughter rather. That's when I really started, because when I had my first daughter, that's when I got into oh, thank you, Exotica. That's when I really got into the makeup side of it. And that was because at that point, my husband and I decided that I would stay home to raise our kids. You know, with my son, it was like we were both working. We were both, you know, all over the place. And it just had gotten to a point of, it's just like, all right, do we want to raise kids who are going to be raised by other people, or is it one of those things that I'm going to be willing to sacrifice staying home to do? So I decided to stay home. But I'm just the type of person that though I'm home, I still need something to do. It's only but so many times I can clean the house. And truth be told, when you're the one that's always cleaning the house, washing clothes, and doing all of the domestic side of things, everyone else in the house isn't going to care about that window that you sat there and Windexed for like an hour or whatever. I mean, it doesn't take an hour to clean a window, but y'all know what I mean. you appreciate the work that you do. Hi, Brenda. Hey, Jersey girl. People aren't going, everyone in the household isn't going to appreciate that housework that you did as much as you will. So I felt like for me, though I was going to be home, I needed to have something else to do, especially when I found out we were moving from having just a son to now a daughter was going to be in the household. And I was just thinking, what am I going to do? And at the time, I was doing makeup, and it started to become one of those things where I was taking clients. I had a steady clientele. I was even doing photo shoots with this photographer that I was working with at the time. I no longer work with him, but I was working with a photographer at the time. So I was doing a lot of my work and working with him. And Diva Doll came from my daughter my daughter. When I looked at her, she looked like a little doll baby, and it was like, to me, it was like I always felt like diva-esque, not in the nasty sort of form of it, but just I was very girlyish. I definitely have my mom's taste as far as like liking a lot of glittery and shiny things. So that's how I put Diva Doll together. Flawless came in because it was one of those things where, I don't know, that gorgeous day was kind of like something that I always said. It was just like, why not have a good day, have a gorgeous day? Flawless was one of those beauty related terms that I threw in there because I felt like when I did my clients' makeup or when I did my makeup, I was my own form of flawless. Flawless came in before Beyonce decided to name her album that and make it black with pink. Oh my goodness. I got so much flack when that happened because a lot of people was like, oh, that's flawless. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I was flawless before Big. Okay, I love me some BB. But yeah, I was flawless before she came and did all of that. So yeah, that's how I got Diva Doll Flawless thrown in there. At first it was actually Diva Doll Maldonado, but no one could pronounce my last name, so Flawless ended up being it as my business name. And that's how that all came in, and that's how have a gorgeous day, dollar smooches, mwah, bye, that's how that came in there too. Because that was just something I always said. When I was growing up, I knew I always wanted to be in a beauty industry because I personally I did battle with self-esteem growing up. It was just one of those things that I feel like every female at some point, guys go through it too. When you're growing up and you're trying to find yourself, you are going to go through all these different phases. So I loved me some Tyra Banks. Like, I was so obsessed with Tyra Banks. You cannot tell me I was not going to be a Victoria's Secret model, honey. I love me some Tyra Banks. I would literally take all the Victoria's Secret. Yo, this is about to sound so creepy. I would take all the Victoria's Secret catalogs that would come to our house, and I would cut out all of the pictures of Tyra Banks and glue them. And I had this long piece of construction paper that wrapped around myself and my twins' bedroom, and I will put every picture of Tyra Banks on there. And you could not tell me, because she was one of the first African American women that was at Victoria's Secret. I kind of looked at her and I saw myself. And you could not tell me I was not going to be the next Tyra Banks. I mean, I loved Victoria's Secret. I've always loved Victoria's Secret, and I just knew I was going to be a Victoria's Secret model. Now, eventually that changed. Certain things about the modeling industry with my type of personality, I could never agree with. I like being in control of my own image. I like being in control of myself. But I always wanted to be within a beauty industry at some point, because especially when I was in high school, I definitely battled with self-esteem issues. I was like really, really skinny. Somehow I still had big boobs though. I was skinny and curvy, and that made me feel uncomfortable. But being skinny also made me feel uncomfortable. So it's just like a battling with a lot of stuff. And I always told myself when I got older I wanted to be in the beauty industry because I wanted females to be able to look at themselves and feel like they're beautiful, their own version. I've never wanted to be that, with the whole Kim Kardashian, everybody does their makeup to look like her. I am such the opposite of that. I like to have every woman look at themselves like she's gorgeous because she has her own look. You know what I'm saying? I'm beautiful because I have my own look. And that's why I like being around a lot of different backgrounds. That's why I really honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I so hate racism, because I feel like we should all be able to appreciate everyone from different backgrounds and not always have to feel like in order to be beautiful you have to look like what other people or conform to a certain type of beauty. I think we're all beautiful and unique and special in our own way. Hold on, guys, I am like missing comments because I'm just steady running, but y'all got me talking. Yes, that's why God made us all different and unique. Amen. And yes, you are so right, Nadine. Technically, we all are the same. uh so I don't know. I wasn't raised to really see color. I was more raised to respect the next individual. My mom used to tell me all the time, you beautiful girl, but let me tell you something. It is nothing can make a woman more. What was she used to say? Nothing can make a woman more uglier than a nasty attitude. No one wants to see a pretty face on someone with a stank attitude. That will make you the ugliest person ever. My mom stayed on us about watching our attitudes and watching how we treat other people. She used to always tell us, when you're out and about and you see someone, it doesn't take that much to just smile at them. She was the type that used to always tell us to be aware of our surroundings too. We grew up in the hood, so you really had to be aware of your surroundings. But she also taught us to not necessarily be a product of our environment, but to also respect the next individual. And she would say all the time, you never know what someone's going through. Hell, they might have been thinking to rob you, but because you looked up and smiled at them, you made them aware of the fact that that they there, and they now know that that you watching them. So a lot of things that as a kid you hear your parent preaching to you, it doesn't really click, or it doesn't really mean something to you until you now are an adult and you need that or some kind of way. Because I know now I giggle a lot. I will find myself sounding so much like a mini version of my mom, especially growing up. And I'll giggle and I'll crack up later because I'm like, geez, I sound just like my mom. But it's just one of those things that Kay says same here. And my mom, another thing she used to tell us all the time is you never know how a smile could make someone's day. You might run into someone and they may have been thinking to commit suicide, and just by you simply smiling at them could have changed their outlook on life. She's like, you never know how you affect someone, so you need to always be mindful about how you treat people. So that is something I do try to be mindful of. I think I have a good balance. I don't have a problem with speaking up for myself now. I would say I've grown into the woman that I am. Before, I would be such a it was so hard for me to speak up for myself, and I know most people who know me now could probably never imagine that, but I did. I went through a lot, especially in high school. It was a mess. You couldn't pay me to be a kid again. I ain't even gonna lie. I would never go back to being a kid. Oh, I'm so happy to I stutter so hard. I'm so happy to hear that the things that she instilled in you is still there, but I'm very sorry to hear that you lost her. But know that she is still with you, just like those moments where you say that the things she instilled in you is there. So yeah, those I've been just been talking and talking. Y'all really like y'all really just be sitting with me. But this is why I love the live videos, because when you get on, you just never know where it's going to like go. But yeah, so that was my chit chat. These gloves are making my hand itch. This Rihanna lip gloss is building up on my nail, on my lip, and it is driving me up. I still can't eat my fries before my burger. Do I do that? I don't think I do that either. Oh my goodness, I never even thought about that. These gloves making my hand itch. I gotta take these gloves off, y'all. I'm sorry. Oof. Look, my hand has lines on them. Hi, Joy. So yeah, that's basically how it is, or that's how I started Diva Doll Flawless. That's where it came from. This lip gloss is really irritating me. I feel like that looks so disgusting. You guys know what it's like when you wear a lip gloss and it like peels up. Ooh, that looks terrible. But that's because I've also been running my mouth for what, over an hour now at this point. Ooh, you know what? I am going to have to get ready to go because my husband has somewhere that he needs to go and I am not home. But I just wanted to say I really had a great time with you guys. I know other people are going to watch this playback like, what in the hell were they talking about for over an hour for a live video? But my last live video, I don't know how it got deleted, but it did. But I just wanted to say I really enjoyed talking to you guys. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I love talking to you guys as well. This is so much fun. Oh, thank you. I definitely will. I will be doing this more often. You guys just don't understand. I could be really going through something and just post a video like even if the video was recorded like 2 weeks ago and I'm just now having the time to post and edit or edit and post it, and just having the positive comments and the positive feedback that I get from you guys, it really truly does mean a lot to me. That's why I never forget a lot of the blessings that I have gotten, because I definitely, oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Nadine. I really do appreciate the social, like the family that I have. That's why I always say this is like my own little circle of friends over here. I really truly do appreciate you guys and a lot of the things that I have been able to do on YouTube because of you. I do random live videos, but I am going to start trying to do them around this time. I think what I may do is, because they have the community tab now, if I'm thinking about doing a live video, I probably will just post that there. Yes, you are, Exotica. I probably will start posting if I know ahead of time, but most of the time I never really know when I'm gonna do it. But the good thing about the live videos is that it's always a playback. I know it's not the same if you miss the live video, because then it's just like no different than when you do it. I don't know about doing it every day, April, but I definitely want to start doing this more often throughout the week, at least twice a week if I can. You guys know I have the 3 kids and then everything else, so sometimes just trying to get, look, sometimes I have to hide out in the bathroom just to try to get me some quiet moments. And then, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to get this glove off. Woo! I gotta get me a stand. Oh guys, look at my ring. This ring is from Luca and Danny. What was the website that I bought? Oh, thank you, honey. Beauty supply store. Luca and Danny, I got, this is their ring. It's called the Journey Begins. My husband actually got me this ring and some earrings from them. I'm going to get some more pieces, and when I do, then I'll come back and do another haul video for you guys from them, because I really love their jewelry. And this ring, it does expand, but when I first took it out of the package, I think I opened it up too much and almost popped the bottom of it. So I think they mean you can expand it a little bit, but you're not supposed to pull the whole ring apart. So, yeah, I am going to get ready to go because all the filming I was supposed to do, I didn't get to do. But, I mean, I did post the press on nail video. I will be doing more of those. I will not stop doing those. We do have our own press on nails, guys. We do have our own press on nails. I will be getting different lengths and sizes. Most of the ones I start off with will be clear because we can do so much with clear. But outside of the DDF nails, you guys know I do use EC Basket, even though I'm not really feeling them, but I already told y'all guys about that. Thank you, Colleen. You have a gorgeous day as well, love. And I'm going to get ready to log off. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for this chat. Y'all made me forget about my little raggedy foot. Oh my goodness, Exotic, you gotta get back to work, girl. But I do appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm going to get ready to get out of here and leave. I think the people that was doing construction and then left, they probably, I know they're probably like, who in the hell is she up there talking to? But yeah, let me get ready to get out of here so I can get home. My babies done been home from school and I ain't even seen them yet. But I love you all and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.